In this video, I'm going to give you 3 mobility exercises down here on the ground that's awesome for ankles, knees, and hips, and even for the low back. Then I'm also going to give you some modifications in case you have some restrictions that you need to take account for. But make sure you watch all the way through to the end of this video, because by the end, I want to actually give you a little bit of philosophical approach to this idea of movement and why we need to keep moving even if we need modifications, and why I'm actually down here on the floor doing this workout. Okay, so I'll get that to the end, but let's get started with the actual movements. The first thing we're going to do is just be down here seated. I'm going to move the feet apart like this, and I'm just going to drop the knees to one side. I move my hands to one side, and I move over to the other side. Now this is simple. It feels great, and watch what's happening to my hip joints. They're going through a wonderful full rotational movement. There's not as much happening with the knees and ankles here, but any kind of movement down here on the ground, I'm also actually working my core. And if you want to make this harder, try using your hands a little less. So maybe the hands come onto the knees. That makes this a lot harder. Or an advanced option would be to actually not use your hands at all. That's really hard, so give that a try. If you are looking for a little additional challenge, super difficult to do that, but it may be something to work up to, okay? So that's the first one. The second one is I'm gonna cross my ankles. Now, if this hurts the knees at all, cross the feet out in front. If you have any pain here at all, just move the feet forward a little bit, hold on to the knees, and just do circles. So mobility exercises like this should look really simple. There's not much to them. Oftentimes though, I see people with hip restrictions and they're barely moving at all, or they kind of move their neck around instead of moving their hips. So try to pull your belly in, move as far from the side to side as you can, make these circles as big as you can. Of course, you're reversing the direction, and you'll find that your mobility in your hips and your low back really improve from this one. And then the last one is with legs starting out straight. I pull the foot in all the way, try to get the knee toward the ground, switch sides. Just bring it in, very simple. Just bring it in, use your hands to help, pull the foot in, maybe use your hands a little bit less, that's even harder. Okay, now for those modifications, especially with that last one, for some people, there might be knee restrictions. This is pretty common. A knee replacement, inflammation in the knee, whatever it is, you want to still be moving. So part of that philosophy that I had mentioned in the beginning of the video is that we need to keep ourselves moving. Even if there's an injury, a joint replacement, pain, we need to find some way to move, but you don't want to do it in a way that hurts. So you do modifications. So with this last exercise, if your foot doesn't come all the way in because this is too much of a bend in the knee, then you're going to move the foot out. So just bring it in a little ways and then straighten it. Bring it in a little ways and straighten it. You've got to start somewhere with movement, okay? So a little movement with that circular motion. Let's say there is pain there, okay? Then we are going to reduce the range of motion. If your knees don't want to be in this position, move your feet forward. Find some way. You could put a yoga block under your hips. That would get your hips up off the ground, would make this a little bit easier, okay? So find some way to do these exercises, modify them as I've suggested, and the most important thing, and this is that philosophical thing, it is that we need to keep moving, do it in some way. Don't just say, oh, that looks like I can't do it, therefore I'm not going to do it. And the other piece then is, maybe the most basic of all, is that I'm actually doing these exercises down on the floor. And for you, that might be an easy thing, getting down on the floor, getting back up, maybe it's a piece of cake. But I bet either your grandparent or a parent, or it could be you, really struggle to get down on the floor, and you know you've got to get back up off the floor. So my belief is that if we continue to do these kinds of things, we'll be able to always do them. So get down on the floor every day, get back up off the floor every day, and you're going to be able to do it every day. And that is so important for our overall quality of life, our independence. We don't want to be in a situation ever in life, whether it's now or if it's when you're 95, where you feel like you can't get down on the floor because you're afraid you can't get back up off the floor. So no matter how good a shape you're in now, we want to make sure we're doing these things every single day so that we're always capable of doing them, even if it's in 20 or 30 or however many years ahead. Okay, so if this is helpful for you, I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be sending you more tips and tricks like this, mobility exercises, strength exercises, balance exercises, all kinds of important things that we should be doing to keep ourselves in a great shape as we move into the second half of life.